Hello everyone, I'm Red in Silver back in with a very strong non-Excel, non-legendary team which I used to reach veteran last season in Ultra League, and this team is still working really good for me. Though I will highly recommend you guys to use Revenant in Wolverine's place. I just don't have Revenant build for Ultra League, that's why I'm using Wolverine as a cover, and this team really did well for me. If you use Revenant in Wolverine's place, this team will do more good for you, as there is an increase in Cresselia's usage in Ultra League this time because of Revenant's nerf. So let's get into the battles and check out this team in action. So into the first battle we have Swampert versus Umbreon. So in this matchup, I'm using all three mons as Shadow. You can use Shadow or normal variant on any of these mons, it's your choice. So here I can win this matchup in one shield by just going straight for Hydro Cannon. So I'm gonna throw another Hydro Cannon on the right timing. I will shield this move because I have to shield. I win in one shield, not in zero shield. So I'm gonna throw another Hydro Cannon. After this, I will do some more mud shots. And if opponent shields here, I can like CMP tie on this move. Now opponent has to use second shield or give up lead, and opponent gives up a lead and comes in with Venusaur. So I switch out to my Wolverine. I'm gonna throw this Icicle Spear, and I got the shield. So here I don't have to shield this move. I can just come in with my Charizard, farm down this Venusaur, and throw some Blast Burns at the final mon to win the game. So I'm gonna come in with my Charizard, and opponent switches out to his own Charizard. So I'm gonna throw my Blast Burn, and it will do massive damage. And after this I will go for the farm down. I will shield this move, and after this I will go for the farm down. One Dragon Claw won't do enough damage to like KO me, and I will easily reach Blast 1 against that Venusaur for the win. GG's. Into the next battle we have Swampert versus Jellicent. So in this match, this is a bit of a bad matchup for us, as Jellicent outpaces Swampert to a Shadow Ball, but here opponent just let me get to this move and got the sneak. So here I'm not gonna shield this move. Opponent shielded the move. I'm thinking that I won't shield the move, hoping that it's a surf bait, because opponent have baited me with Jellicent. So I thought that it may be a bait, but it was not. And now we shield the surf and go for the earthquake. Opponent shields it again, which means something in the back could be weak to my Swampert, but now my Swampert is down, so I can't do anything about it. So I'm gonna come in with my Wolverine, and here I have to let this move go through. In this team you have to save at least one shield for your Charizard. So here is Cobalion, which is weak to my Swampert. So I'm gonna shield this move, hoping that it's a Stone Edge, which it was. Now I will build up my energy to 100, and then I will throw the Blast One. This Blast One will KO this Cobalion, and I will throw my another Blast One right away, because we CMP tied with Jellicent on the surf, and Jellicent survived with a move with like a bit of HP left, which is sad for us, as if Jellicent wouldn't have like survived, then we were looking in a really good position. So I'm gonna throw my Icicle Spear on this Charizard and hope that we can survive a Dragon Claw, and then we can survive one Wing Attack to get to our Icicle Spear. We survive everything and get to the Icicle Spear for the win. GG's, amazing win. Into the next battle we have Swampert versus Umbreon. So in this matchup, Swampert wins in one shields, because my Swampert is Shadow, but even if you don't have Shadow Swampert, it will still win, because it comes down to like getting to those charge moves before Umbreon can get to its charge moves. So I'm gonna throw my Hydro Cannon, and you have to go straight Hydro. There is no need to throw Earthquake. So I can survive one more foul play, so I'm not gonna shield this move. After this I will throw Hydro, and if opponent shields or no shields, I will throw my Hydro Cannon right away, because Umbreon had a move, but opponent decided to do one more Snarl instead, so that opponent can outpace me to the foul play. So I'm gonna shield this move, and after this I will throw my Hydro Cannon right away, because I might get a Snarl down. So opponent shields the final move, uses his final shield as well. So I'm gonna come in with my Wolverine and farm down this Umbreon. Opponent comes in with his Talon Flame, so I'm gonna throw my icicle spears on the right timing, I will throw another icicle spear by doing 2 powder snows, and after this, if opponent throws one more incinerate, we can even throw one more powder icicle spear or farm down this talent flame. Opponent goes for the move, we survive, and opponent snipes us down with his Drapion. So I'm gonna come in with my Charizard, and here I will steal this move, and after the and I think it's an Aquatail. Yeah, we can survive an Aquatail, so I'm gonna throw my Blast Burn on the CMP tie, hoping that the Drapion dies. But if it does not, we can survive Aquatail. We can farm this Mon down, and then we can farm down the Talent Flame for the win. GG's. Line is not saying this Mon, but it's still like a matchup where if this Galvantula has cross poison, it can win in 1-to-1 shields. So I'm gonna shield this move, hoping that it's an energy ball. We are shielding an energy ball, but it was just a lunge. So I'm gonna no shield this move, and after this I will throw my Hydro Cannon. Now we have loaded up to an Earthquake opponent. If we have got thrown Earthquake, then this matchup would have been ended before at this time. So I'm gonna throw another Hydro Cannon, and if opponent decides to no shield, let's see what opponent decides to do. So here I throw my Hydro Cannon, and at this point I think opponent just left the game because as you can see there are no fast moves coming in. I think he was going for the alignment, because now I can throw Earthquake. Even if like Swampert couldn't have gotten to an Earthquake, I could have like thrown Earthquake from my Walrein, and it like we will decide if we can win this matchup in the end or not. So I have to close out this matchup. Opponent just quit the game. So we farm down the Tentacle, and the final mon is Scrafty. So we would have easily won this game. It's just that opponent quit the game. So both ways we win. So yeah, GG's. We can throw the Earthquake, and after this I can come in with my Charizard, throw the Blast One for the win. I can even throw Dragon Claw, but yeah, we will go for Blast One. GG's. Into the next battle we have Swampert versus Jellicent again. So in this matchup, what I will do is go for the Earthquake. So I can also like bait here, because usually I've seen a lot of players like shield the Earthquake. So here I shielded the move, the Shadow Wall, and after shield, like Jellicent outpaces us through Shadow Wall, which means it can throw Shadow Wall and see what I am doing. If I shield the move, then there is a higher possibility that they will shield as well. And if I don't shield, then they let go the move as well. So it would have been amazing if Swampert would have outpaced Jellicent to an Earthquake. That would have been amazing. So here we switch out to Walrein and catch the Shadow Wall, and now opponent comes in with his Drapion. So here I was hoping that we survive the crunch and get to this Earthquake. This will give us switch advantage, and after this, like, we have Earthquake loaded. Jellicent has no energy, so it is looking a really good scenario for us. So Jellicent got some farm. I will come in with my Swampert, and I will throw my Earthquake on the right timing, but Jellicent like does not throw its energy right away, and we catch the move on our Charizard, which was a bad play on my part. I should have just like let go of my Swampert, but I thought that it could have some usage. So opponent comes in with his Gliscor, and here I made a mistake. I didn't commit to my Blast One, which could have KO'd this Gliscor, because now this Gliscor has enough energy to get to 2 Night Slashes to KO my Swampert. So if I would have like committed to my Blast One, then Gliscor had to throw energy and we would have won. GG's. Into the next match we have Swampert versus Steelix. So a really good lead for us. So, and let's see what opponent decides to do. Opponent is staying in for some reason, which is telling me that something in the back is also weak to my Swampert. So I'm gonna stay in this matchup, and I will throw Hydro Cannon, hoping that opponent shields, but let's see. So opponent is not shielding this move, so I'm gonna do 4 more mud shots and throw another Hydro Cannon, and opponent is shielding this move, so I'm gonna shield this move as well, because after this we might also like get a Dragon Tail down. So I'm gonna throw another Hydro Cannon, and if opponent uses his final shield, which he does, I can come in with my Charizard and go for the farm down. Opponent throws a move, I will no shield this move, hoping that it's just a Psychic Fangs, and now opponent's final Pokemon is Ampharos, which is weak to my Swampert. That's why opponent was staying in the lead. So I'm gonna shield this move, hoping that can make it to an earthquake, but I'm gonna throw my icicle spear knowing that opponent will outpace me anyways, and also Ampharos wins CMP. So I'm gonna no shield this move, and I will come in with my Charizard. I will throw my Dragon Claw just before this Ampharos makes it to a move, and hope that whatever is in the back is weak to my Charizard. So opponent comes in with a Cresselia, which is weak to my Charizard, but at this HP, even Cresselia can beat my Charizard. So I have some energy advantage. Let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna throw my. I was throwing my move on Steelix, but now we have back-to-back Blast Ones to KO this Cresselia. I did two more fast moves. I did two more fast moves because I thought that Cresselia is not up in a Blast One range, but like I got farmed down by Cresselia. So yeah, it's a GG's. I might have won because this is definitely a Blast One range. If I would have thrown my Blast One, then definitely this was a win for me. So yeah, GG's. Into the next match, we have Swampert versus Jellicent. So this is an annoying match for me because Swampert outpaces Jellicent outpaces our Swampert for a Shadow Ball. So I'm gonna shield this move, hoping that it's a Shadow Ball, but opponent baits me with the Surf. So I'm gonna bait him as well, and we get the shield. So here I'm gonna throw my Earthquake just before opponent reaches to his move, and opponent is shielding. So I'm gonna no shield this move. I think I no shield. Yeah, I no shield. And opponent throws another Surf, so we catch the next Surf on our Volin, which will do resisted damage. And let's see. And now opponent is coming in with his own Volin. We have energy. Like Jellicent has no energy, and our Swampert has some energy. And in this matchup, our Volin is ahead on energy. So I'm gonna no shield this move. We can easily survive one Earthquake, and we can even reach another Earthquake. So I'm gonna. Opponent goes for the move. I think it's an Icicle spell. We survive the move, and we throw the Earthquake with 1 HP and a Dream. This move will take out this Volin, and after this, opponent comes in with his Jellicent. So I'm gonna throw my Earthquake by switching into my Swampert. So here I am hoping that I can get to a Hydro Cannon, but opponent throws his Charge move, which is good for me as Jellicent is energy down now, and I can come in with my Charizard and get some energy advantage. So I come in with my Charizard, opponent has a Ninetales in the back, and GG's. Into the next match, we have Swampert versus Jellicent again. So I saw a lot of Jellicents with this team. If you guys are using like Revenant instead of Volin, this team will be really good for like these teams. I'm saying will be really good for you, but I'm using Volin, so it's kind of a tough situation for me. So I threw my Earthquake, and opponent decided to no shield, which means I can now go back-to-back Hydro Cannons to like I thought I had to back-to-back Hydro. So I'm gonna no shield this move, and opponent goes for the Bubble Beam bait. So I'm gonna throw my Hydro Cannon here, and if opponent shields, I can like throw Hydro Cannon here. So opponent goes for the move, and it's the Shadow Ball. So we decided to no shield so that we can give energy advantage and shield advantage to our Charizard. We catch the move on our Volin, and it was a Bubble Beam bait, and now opponent comes in with his Politoed, and Politoed is really good against my team. So I'm gonna throw my Earthquake and hope that Volin takes out this Politoed. So I'm not gonna shield this move. Earthquake will do neutral damage, Blizzard is resisted, and Weather Wall is also resisted. I won't shield this move as well because Weather Wall won't do too much damage, and I will make it to another Earthquake, which will KO this Politoed. And now it comes down to Charizard versus the final Mon, which is I'm switching out to my Charizard right away. So which is a Mandibuzz. So in this matchup, Charizard wins as 2 Blast Burns from Shadow Charizard with some Wing Attack damage, KOs Mandibuzz, and opponent might try to catch, but we will see. So we throw on good timing and KO the Mandibuzz, then farm down the Jellicent for the win. GG's. Into the next match, we have Swampert versus Clefable. A good lead for us if it's a Fairy Wind Clefable, as we outpaced to Hydro Cannons, and opponent caught the Hydro Cannon on its Giratina. So what I'm gonna do here is do 4 or 5 Mud Shots and then try to catch the move on my Volin. But opponent does not throw right away and now goes for the Dragon Claw. So this is a really good matchup for our Volin. We are gonna throw Icicle Spear, which will do like 50% damage, and now we can farm down this Giratina. If opponent goes for the Ancient Power, it doesn't matter, we survive one move. We survive that and we can easily farm down Giratina. Opponent comes in with his Clefable, and here we will, I think, yeah, we don't shield this move, and now I will come in with my Charizard because Charizard this is Meteor Mash and Fairy Wind damage. So I'm gonna come in with my Charizard and I will also outpace this Clefable to a charge move. I will shield this move because Psychic will do neutral damage and it will add up, but opponent has Moonblast, so I'm gonna farm up almost up to 100 energy and I will throw this Blast Burn. And opponent shields the move on his stun fix, so opponent tried to catch the move, which ended up being like a bad thing for him. So I'm gonna throw another Blast Burn, then I will switch out to my Swampert, throw the Earthquake, and after this I can like throw one Blast Burn on that Clefable for the win. If opponent goes for the Earthquake, it's good for him, we survive easy. And now we can even go for the Hydro against this Clefable, and after this we can farm down with our Charizard. GG's. Into the next match we have Swampert versus Pidgeot. So this is a neutral matchup. This is a bad. If like Pidgeot goes for Wayward and dips out, then this is kind of a bad matchup. So I'm gonna throw my Hydro Cannon. Opponent goes for a move. I'm gonna shield this move, hoping that it's a Wayward, which it was. Now opponent comes in with his Volleyn. So here I'm gonna throw my Earthquake right away, and after this I will switch out to my Volleyn. It was a CMP tie, so I can let this move go through. My Volleyn has foreign attack, which means my Volleyn will always win CMP. So I'm going for Hydro Cannon to force the shield, and after this I will switch out to my Volleyn. Or we don't have to switch out. It was another CMP tie. Opponent goes for the CMP tie, so I will come in with my Charizard, get some energy lead, and opponent is coming in with his Pidgeot. So here I will throw my Dragon Claw just before Pidgeot makes it to a move. Baiting up Blast One. Opponent no shields and gets knocked out. So I'm gonna come in, and opponent comes in with his Sand Slash. So I'm gonna throw my Blast One. Opponent shields the move. I will try to catch the next move on my Volleyn, which opponent is throwing anyways. And now I will try to get to the Earthquake. So I won't shield here. Yeah, I won't shield this move, and I will hope that I can make it to an Earthquake. I won't make it to an Earthquake, so I'm gonna throw my Icicle Spear, and after this I come in with my Charizard, throw the Dragon Claw bait, hoping that opponent shields, and if opponent doesn't shield, which he is not shielding, definitely not shielding, so I'm gonna shield this move, and I have to go for back-to-back like Dragon Claws, but opponent wins the game anyways. GG's. Into the final match we have Swampert versus Regirock. So whatever happens, I can't let this Registeel see my backline, so I won't lose the switch. So I'm gonna shield this move, hoping that it's the future side, which it is. So I'm gonna like throw my Blast Burns right back. I will throw my Blast Burns back to back. So I'm gonna throw first Blast Burn, and now it's the CMP tie on the future side. So this Blast Burn will KO Cresselia if opponent decides to no shield. So yeah, we win the switch, and now opponent comes in with his Regirock, and opponent will try his best to get as much energy advantage as possible with his Regirock. So I'm gonna no shield this move definitely, and after this I will come in with my Swampert and see what opponent decides to do. So I'm gonna throw my Hydro Cannon because this Regirock is almost in an Hydro Cannon range. So opponent decides to shield, and I will let this move go through. We can survive one move from Regirock easy, and now I will throw my I banged on my energy hoping, because I thought that opponent might catch. We switch out to our Volleyn. Opponent comes in with his Trevenant, so we can like in one shields Volleyn win. So I'm gonna throw my Icicle Spears back to back. If opponent decides to CMP on the second, we can like shield and like throw another Icicle Spear. So we go for the Earthquake against the Regirock to force the shield or take the game, and now we can throw Hydro Cannon with our Swampert for the win. GG's. We can even like farm down. We can still CMP, yeah. So yeah, GG's. Thanks everyone for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely consider liking the video so that it can so that more people can watch the team, and subscribe to the channel. We are very close to hitting 10k subscribers, so it will be really good for me. So thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video.